y'all? It's your girl Noni Juice, and I am here with Taylor Bennett. What is going on? How are you?
I'm hanging. I'm good. I just performed Summerfest first time. First show, back live since COVID hit, so it was awesome.
Yeah, it was everything that you expected and more?
Definitely.
Now, I know this is your first Summerfest, but this is definitely not your first time in Milwaukee. You have been here a couple times for the Bucks.
Yes,
during the
I've been here
finals.
a couple times for the Bucks. Shout out the Bucks. We the champs. I feel like I claim it just as a Midwest kid. So, yeah, definitely shout out to the Bucks, man. I love Milwaukee. I come here all the time, too. When I was younger, I used to come down here. A lot of my friends stayed out here, and, y'all got a lot of different good food and just all types of stuff, so.
Is there a favorite place that you like to go when you're here that you could let us know?
You know what's funny is that I just went to this spot, and it might be my new favorite. I went to Proof Pizza, and that shit is bomb. It was fire. It's we got a lot of healthy, quick food like that options in Chicago, so it was cool to,
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I know you probably heard this before, that Milwaukee is kind of like a little Chicago. Now that you've been here a couple times, how would you compare the two?
Man, I've been coming to Milwaukee. I've done a lot of shows here. And I think the coolest thing about when I was young and I did shows was we would love to explore. That was a big thing. So y'all city is definitely like Chicago. I feel like in the most ways of, even though we're an inner city, we're still a small kind of suburban vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like y'all a lot like that too. Even though y'all got these big ass expressways, you hop off and it's you in a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So.
Definitely. Now, on the gram, you've been showing body yaddy yaddy, okay? And just like Bia, you invested in your body, you done up, right? So have you always been?
In my body.
You not with money, not financial.
But I did invest my time, yeah.
Yeah, so have you always kind of been on this fitness journey, or did that kind of start from COVID?
Nah, you know what? It started really, I had my first son in 2019, and I just was I always figured I'd be the kind of dad that could throw a football with my son, stuff like that. And it really started to hit me that even though I was really young at the time, I was 23, I wasn't at the fit level that I thought I was. A lot of times getting money and things like that could clout your real things that really matter, you know what I'm saying? So I was man, I gotta get on this. And I just really got addicted to it, because, the results, you love it, but then it's also the mental health factor of it. You get a lot of peace and mind, you know what I'm saying? Peace of mind, you know what I'm saying? Peace at mind, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So if there was one tip that you could give somebody who kind of is thinking about starting, but they just don't know how to have that push or that motivation to get on their fitness journey, what would you tell them? How did you start?
I would say the most important thing is just you gotta the fitness. This is what I love to say, and it's very cool. In this world, check this out, this is deep. In this world, there's so many different things that you could do, and they're not guaranteed. So you can have a job for 30 years, and you can go to work, all the janitors, all the back doors, every CEO, motherfuckers come to eat at your crib, they could fire you. You could lose that shit instantly. You could even be on some just money shit. You could have a lot of money and you could lose that shit. With age, you know what I'm saying, time, you could lose that shit. The only thing that's really guaranteed that you can put your time and resources into that is guaranteed results in this world that nobody can take away from you is fitness. And that's a crazy thing. And once I realized that, I was just I feel like it's like that for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
All right, message y'all. I know you heard it. So you have 2 boys, right? Or 1 boy? 2 boys? 2 boys, right? The Bennett brothers. Do you see a lot of similarities in you and your brother versus your 2 sons, their bond?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a little bit different though, just because they're both my children, and that's an interesting thing to say, but I feel because me and my brother, I know it so well, I know the relationship so well, and then my sons, I see my sons and I'm nah, because I'll give you an example, Charlie, my oldest, he, Blake, he's a little, kind of a little scrapper a little bit, so he be kind of sometimes messing with Charlie, and Charlie, he's so nice, he won't, it was the other way around when I was a kid, my brother used to be messing with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
But before we wrap up, I do want to ask you, I know you're an independent artist and you really do pride yourself, it seems on being an independent artist and working yourself from the ground up. Appreciate that is amazing. But what tip would you give for what's the biggest tip that you have for people who want to do it themselves that you wish you knew back then when you were first starting?
I think the biggest thing that you gotta know is that it's no record deal is worth what you think it is. And the reason why, a lot of people know this now, but any advance that you get is an advance, so it's a recoupment, you have to pay it back. So when I was a kid, and I think a lot of people don't know, you think about hearing record deals and you're like, oh, I'm finna make $1 million, or I'm finna make $3 million or $5 million. But in retrospect, in any deal, it don't matter how much it is, you gotta pay it back. So it's not really your money if somebody else giving you the money and linking it to you, especially if it's crazy rules and regulations on how to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be the biggest thing I tell artists, because I think once I figured that out, that's what made me be like, all right, fuck that. I can't never owe nobody money trying to make money. That's crazy as hell.
Right.
So yeah, so that's my piece of advice.
Okay, and then lastly, is there anything next that you have coming out either for this year or for next year? I know you had a summer banger.
Yeah, I got a new track that's actually dropping with a music video in like 2 weeks, called Back Outside. So make sure that y'all check that out.
Back Outside? Yeah. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today with Copywrite Magazine. It was amazing. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. Maybe, you know. All right, and we out.